Hello, everyone. As most of you that know me, you probably expected me to run out here, to drop in the split, shake my butt, but I was advised that I couldn't dance with the mic on, so tonight I will make sure to give that to you guys. I was actually originally asked to speak on client retention, but when I was sitting in the back and as I watched my leader, Allie Scott, come up on stage and speak her truth, I was inspired to tell you guys something that I'm actually really passionate about and will honestly bring tears to my eyes because it's so important to me, because I've lived it and I found success doing it. So, I also like to find humor in my pain, and I'm working on being more vulnerable, less jokey, and finding the balance, honing in my energy and trying to make an impact. So I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable with everyone first, and then I want to share my message about what I think is important to be successful inside of a salon and not have to be a salon owner and still be able to run with the big dogs. So I am the middle child of 5. I grew up in Utah, and I come from a single mom who struggles with alcoholism, and a father who was unable to provide for me, lives in a storage unit, and is homeless. At a young age, I had to find my purpose, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. I learned how to become a leader very young because I wanted to show my siblings that we were not going to become our parents. So I always knew deep down that I wanted to do hair. I would line my sisters up, and I would say, all right, we're playing spa today, and I'm the hairstylist. So they would sit down, and I got a little piece of paper, and I put a sign, made my logo, and I named my salon the Swan Salon. And they would all come in and get their hair done and basically be my little bitches so I could get those reps in and I could become good at what I knew I wanted to do. So fast forward, I graduate high school, and I didn't have parents that went to college, and I feel like I was taught that I thought I need to get a good degree to be successful. I knew I wanted to do hair, but I thought I needed to get a business degree so then I could open my own salon and I could make the Swan Salon a reality. My sisters would work for me. My brother, I questioned if he was gay. He could honestly probably do hair with me too. He's not. He's married. He has 2 kids. So I applied to college, and I did a semester, and it did not feel good, and I failed. I took my finals. I actually didn't even look at what my grades were, and I immediately enrolled in hair school. And I actually went to Kiki's mom's hair school, which was cool because I feel like we all look up to Kiki. I want to be Kiki, so yeah, I'll go to her mom's hair school. So I went through hair school, and at that time, I was checking my mom into rehab for the 3rd time, and I still had 2 little sisters at home who not only needed emotional support, but also financial support, and I was the person that had to do that for them. So I started thinking of things that I could do that was going to jumpstart me into my career so that when I graduated hair school, I could start making money fast. And this sounds dramatic, but my reality was that I could become these 2 little girls' moms if my mom didn't figure it out. So, I don't know if some of you know this as well, but Allie and I have known each other for about 15 years. She worked for my mom when she was 16, and she had just moved back from Vegas and started to work in a salon in Lehigh, and I reached out to her and asked if I could work for her for free. She had taken off. She was the queen of blondes, and I knew that that's where I needed to be to get good at what I needed to do. So she allowed me to come in to the salon for free. I couldn't color any of the hair with her, but I was able to wash bowls, hand her foils, and just start to get the salon experience and learn how to give a good client experience early on in my career, but the catch was I wasn't able to get paid, but I was able to gain experience for free, which not a lot of people had the opportunity to. So I became really good in my craft, and I started to build up clientele in hair school, which was great because when I was done with hair school, I was making money. I did it. But I still had trauma. And my mom had figured her stuff out, which was awesome. And I graduated hair school, and I looked at my situation, and I said, I need to run away from this family, and I need to start building a life for myself. So I moved to LA. Also another connection. I worked in the salon that Kiki worked at when she first moved to LA. So I'm basically Kiki. And I worked with someone. I loved color. Cutting was so hard for me. And I worked with a guy who only cut and styled, and that was a challenge for me because I also don't like to fail, and I only do things that I'm good at. And so that was a challenge, but I feel like it taught me to take a step outside of my comfort zone, and I could grow. So I worked for him for 6 months. He was the worst. He got fired, and I did not want to go home. I was not ready. So like Allie said, I moved to Australia, and I got a job in a blow-dry bar, and I feel like this is really where I learned how to hustle. So I could bust out clients really fast. I was really efficient. I was giving my clients good results, but I still wasn't making money. So I moved home, and I started assisting Allie, and I would get like a high of clocking in like 82 hours, making $10 an hour. And I was like, I am killing it. Like, I am such a hard worker. And so I got to a point where I was burnt out. And I shared on my Instagram not too long ago, but I actually have fibromyalgia. And so I feel like I got to a point where I thought, there's no way I can do this career with this disease. Like, I have got to figure something out. So then I see Allie killing it, doing NBR, and I was like, I have to find something that I can, I know that I'm good at this, but I need something that I can charge higher to be successful. So I joined NBR and started taking my own clients in Allie's salon. So I had worked in a couple salons, and it just wasn't a good fit. Like, I still was like, I'm going to be a salon owner. Like, this is not my vibe. And when I stepped into Allie's salon, which is what I want to talk about and I think is so important, it felt different. And I no longer, like, craved wanting to own my own salon. I wanted to thrive with her, next to her. And I feel like sometimes we can get caught up in, I need to own a salon to be successful, but I think what we don't realize, and this is embarrassing to admit, but I did try and open a salon, and I failed. Everyone is not meant to be salon owners. It's hard. But I thought that I wasn't valuable if I didn't own something with my name on it. So like Allie said, as we were talking last night, all day yesterday, I just kept feeling like, I feel like I've grown. As Garrett said, I have this big power, and I don't know how to feel the power with myself. And so as I'm talking to my team members last night, and we're all going around saying what we learned and all of that, I realized that I could be a leader and I could make a difference inside of my salon with who I was with, because I bring something special to the table. I might not be the best at, what are you guys good at? I might not be the best at blondes, but I kill it on bronze. I might not be the best at training a new assistant, but I am good at, when someone's gone through the beginning training with Tisha, because she's so good at explaining the basics, I'm really good at fine-tuning and tweaking things to make them level up to be the stylist that they can be. So today I really want to kind of speak to if you're commission, if you work for someone. And I just want to tell you that you are valuable and you are successful. And just because you don't own a salon, that does not mean that you can't run with these top dogs that we see on the stage. You can be the Ali Scotts. You can be the Kiki Tobars. You can be the Luzes. They need people like me, like us, to be inside of their salon to change the industry so that salon culture is better. We need more NVR-only salons, and we need people like me to work inside of them to show that it works. I work 3 days a week, 3 clients a day, and I am making money that I never thought was possible. So I winged that, and if you want to know my 4 important things about client retention, I can totally tell you at the cocktail party. But I think that people needed to hear that we need to remember that we matter and we have value. And comparison is hard in this industry.